press briefing today is going to be addressed by our Vice Chairman, Honorable Dr. Besigye, and I request him to now take on the rest of the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you very much, members of the Fourth Estate. Dr. Besigye Michael Lulume, Salongo, Wamwenge. I come from Bukunja, where many people think we eat people. And I'm here to address you. I wanted to I welcome members of the PFF. Thank you for being here. And I want to thank the members of the Fourth Estate for bearing with us as we are waiting for others. And I know that there are many other engagements which are coming. In our last press conference, we said we are going to put the Electoral Commission on spotlight, and we are also shining another spotlight on the judiciary as well. In this press conference, we are going also to welcome members who are joining us from other parties, and we shall also welcome new members who want to pick nomination forms. So those are the three items we want to address ourselves to. The first is about the statement which was made by the Chief Justice, Owiny-Dollo, which is raising our concern. He said that lawyers should stop putting pressure to the judges to grant bail to their clients. There have also been statements made by General Museveni about denying bail to the accused, especially those accused of political offenses. The political legal statement made by the Chief Justice seeks to implement Museveni's directive, and in our view, it is so unfortunate being pronounced by the Chief Justice himself. The Freedom Party is well aware that application for bail is a right, and in some circumstances, there is also mandatory bail, which is also a right. And the statements made by the President and being reinforced by the Chief Justice are really concerning, as the country is being faced with the cadre judges that have led the whole judiciary into state capture. For instance, what did the Chief Justice mean by lawyers forcing the judicial officers? Who were the judicial officers that reported to him that they were being forced by lawyers to grant bail, and to who, without a legal process? I know bail application is a legal process, and there are certain conditions to be satisfied by any lawyer on behalf of the client, and they are argued. After the argument, the judicial officer may offer the bail or may not grant bail. But to say that certain judicial officers are being intimidated by what? And who are those who are intimidating them? Can the Chief Justice tell the country who were the judicial officers who reported that they were being intimidated or forced by lawyers to grant bail to their clients? I think statements such as this one seek to destroy the bad image already the judiciary is in, especially after Justice Baguma denied mandatory bail to General Kizza Besigye and Obedi Rutale just recently. And we want to urge the Chief Justice to resist from making political statements, because they destroy the bad image the judiciary is in the face of bail application. Otherwise, we politicians will force him to think about going back to Agago and face the electorate and come in the political arena, which we don't want, because we give him the honor and decorum he deserves. The second issue which was put on notice was in respect of the Electoral Commission of Uganda, which they call the Independent Electoral Commission. Independent Electoral Commission. And it is in respect to what we put on notice as the population quota The population quota is the quotient of the numbers in terms of the population divided by the constituencies to get the quotient, the number of people who are supposed to be represented by each of the constituencies. And this one comes 1 year after the population census is done, in order to guide the Electoral Commission to make demarcation for new constituencies based on population numbers in each of the constituencies. This has not been done. If it was done, maybe I was in coma, and we need an explanation. Let me tell you, Article 63(3) of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda stipulates how the constituencies are created. And 63(3) clause 2 stipulates the creation of counties by Parliament. And 63(3) clause 3 reads, subject to clause 2 above, the boundaries of the constituency shall be such that the number of inhabitants in the constituency is as nearly as possible equal to the population quota. The May 2024 population census establishes the total number of citizens, inhabitants in Uganda, where the total population is 45,905,417 people in Uganda. And therefore, on the basis of the constituencies that we have, which is 353, we can establish the number of people that are supposed to be represented in Parliament in each of the constituencies easily. And we can also regionalize it. You will forgive me, this one can take a little bit long, but it is something that you need to know and the country needs to know, because the Electoral Commission either is sleeping on job or they are not doing their job very well. Recently we saw the redemarcation of certain electoral areas, especially for councillors, in some parts of this country, and no explanation was given. No explanation was given to political parties, but somehow we are seeing reorganization of boundaries of electoral areas for councillors in certain parts of the country. How could they deny us an explanation how they are doing it? They need to give an explanation, especially to leaders of political parties. So, as they are doing that, they should have done the same to the constituencies which make Parliament. But without explanation, they are not doing it. Now, to make this point clear, we need to divide, to give you how we are deriving our arguments on the number of constituencies that should be in Uganda. We can also derive how many constituencies need to be abolished so that we save taxpayers' money. We can also derive how many sub-counties that can be formed out of our population, how many parishes can be redemarcated, and how many can be abolished to save taxpayers' money or money that has gone to ghost parishes in terms of PDM. If you allow me to read for you, I will go as follows. Buganda region has a population of 11,171,924. Then when we add Kampala, which is 1,797,722. Western region with 11 million, 0.5. Eastern region with 10.8, close. Northern region with 9.9. We shall come to the sum which was made by the Electoral Commission. Now we are doing Electoral Commission's work such that we know that when you divide this with the number of constituencies that we have, each of the constituency will have 130 persons, 130,249 per constituency. So this is called the population quota. The Electoral Commission cannot run away from this. The population quota is derived by dividing the total number of people as per census, which is 45 million and above, by the number of constituencies to get 130,249 people. You know, in Uganda, you find a constituency member of parliament representing 4,000 people. In Nansana municipality, you have a member of parliament representing over 700,000 people. But another one is representing 4,000 in parliament, earning the same salary. Why we have this quota is to ensure that the number of people represented in parliament in each of the constituencies are equal, or close to equal. Or close to equal to that number. And this is a constitutional matter. An obligation to the Independent Electoral Commission to make those demarcations, and in as much as possible, the numbers in each of the constituencies should be as close as possible to the population quota. Kira municipality alone has about 4 constituencies in one. Nansana. Even Buikwe South should have even 2 constituencies, which I represent in parliament, and many others. Now the Electoral Commission should be in position to come out and tell us how are they redemarcating the lower council level representation and fail on the constitution mandate given to them. We have made calculations on the basis of the population quota, and we are seeing that Buganda region should have 99 constituencies, Western region should have 89 constituencies, Eastern region should have 83, and Northern region should have 76 constituencies. And that one, the total of those constituencies will be 348, which is the 5 constituencies less than the constituencies that we have today, the basis of which we never knew. And that will save taxpayers money. And constituency-based funding of 560 million in Emyoga. So 560 million of Emyoga per constituency times 5, you can see, we can save over 2 billion Uganda shillings by doing those calculations and doing the right thing. Even the sub-counties, by the way, if at all we are following a quota system, the sub-county national population quota should be 22,537 people. But how many constituencies have these numbers? I mean, how many sub-counties have those numbers? You find some sub-counties have less numbers. When it comes to parishes, it is even worse. So even in the funding of parish development model, PDM, you may find a parish with only 1,000 people. I mean, only 100 people in some areas. And then they get 100 million per parish. Another parish with over 20,000 people. Here in Kira municipality, in fact in Kireka, find a parish with over 20,000 people. But it gets the same funding as a parish with about 500 people. And we have got those parishes in Uganda. Because people are not doing their job, even the allocation of resources is also skewed. And it is the Electoral Commission to demarcate these areas, and they are simply not doing it. Our analysis will also show that the Electoral Commission has not published the number of parishes. Parishes are also important, by the way, because they have parish councillors. But you know that you may have over, let me get the right number of parishes which are not accounted for. The Electoral Commission, 124 parishes. You cannot attach a name to a parish. So the Electoral Commission ought to come out with these parishes which are being represented as sub-county, names of those parishes, so that we can establish the true number of parishes that we have in Uganda. Our research shows that we cannot account for 124 parishes. And can you imagine how much money you can save in a PDM? 124 times 100 million annually. You can multiply it by 5, and you see how much money you can save. Simply by doing the right thing, publish the right thing, and then feed into the Ministry of Finance for financing. This is an interesting study which we can delve into when we hold our workshop here, and I think the media would be interested to know that indeed there are ghosts, sub-counties, ghost parishes of which we cannot establish a name for them, and of course ghost expenditure. But it is the Electoral Commission in the spotlight about the demarcation of constituencies based on numbers and the population quota, as it is supposed to be under Article 63(3) of the Constitution. Finally, we shall introduce, that is the third item, introduce members who are coming into this party. Mr. Ken and Kabaziguruka, would we take the stage to introduce our new members so that the media and the world can know the bold statements made by various people who are getting the confidence that the Freedom Party is the way to go? Mr. Kabaziguruka.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Chairman, before we welcome the members, I would like to take the opportunity to update the country on our processes as the Party Electoral Commission. As you're all aware, the Electoral Commission finally gave the definite timelines for nominations. Earlier on, we had dates from the 3rd up to the 28th of September. But now, for the LC5 positions, the nomination dates are set for 3rd to 5th of September, which clearly gives us about 2 weeks in which we have to determine our party candidates. So I want to call upon all those who expressed interest for those positions to ensure that we have their papers back by close of this week, that is by Friday this week, because we shall be working through the weekend to determine who the party flag bearers will be, in order to give our candidates at least 1 week in which to prepare and be nominated by the should-be Independent Electoral Commission, but which is not independent by any stretch of imagination. As the chairman has alluded to the fact that they have failed in their duties as enshrined under Article 61 and Article 63 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. On basics such as simply demarcating electoral areas. Article 61 clearly says that the EC will demarcate constituencies. Article 63 goes ahead to give the formula that the EC should use to demarcate constituencies in this country. But what they have actually been doing in creating all these small constituencies is simply creating counties. You know, under the Constitution, Parliament can create counties. And the same Constitution says each county must have at least one constituency. So rather than use the fair formula, which is taking the population and dividing it by the population quota to arrive at a number of constituencies, the NRM has been creating counties where they seemingly have support, especially in Western Uganda. They have created a village as a county, almost every village. You know, when Kahindo Tafire was beaten by Kahonda, we are Honsile Kahinda. They created a county in Mitoma just to cater for Kahinda. And that they have been doing in the whole country. Where their ministers are beaten, they create counties and thereby creating constituencies. So the EC has failed on that. And so we want to tell this country, and we want to call upon Justice Yawakama and his commission to come out clearly and tell this country why they have failed to demarcate constituencies. Previously, they were saying that there was no census that has been conducted. But in the recent past, a census was conducted, however shabby it was. But we have results. We know for sure that it was shabbily conducted. But bottom line is we have a census report, which should have been the basis of demarcating constituencies as we move into the 2026 general election. So Justice Yawakama and your commission, please come out and tell this country why you have failed in your mandate. They have failed. So we ask and we want them to come out clearly and tell us why they have failed. So for the other positions, the LC3s, we know we have a bit of time. But the same applies. We call upon new people who picked expression of interest forms to bring them as fast as possible. You now know the dates that the EC has set. We have communicated to you severally using different channels. Please bring back your papers. We are going to start with the LC5s, which we shall do over this weekend, then move to LC4, the mayors of the municipalities, and then to the local Council 3 positions. For the positions of members of parliament, the nomination dates have been extended by almost a month to mid-October. So those ones we still have time. So we encourage many more to come and express interest in contesting for these positions. We will continue to welcome members from other political formations, especially the NRM, those who were disenfranchised by the processes of the party primaries, and those who hitherto thought that they were part of that ruling group that have now realized that they are part of us, the oppressed. We continue to welcome them. As I told the country some time back, we have set up a special table to receive those members, counsel them, because they actually need counseling. You know, it is not very easy realizing overnight that you thought you were part of the eaters. You know, we have to counsel these people, and we are ready. We have a fully fledged table that is staffed by well-experienced and seasoned counselors to manage the processes and see how we integrate these people into our processes, because we believe that at PFF, every Ugandan has a role to play in the liberation of this country. We have been misruled, misgoverned, the country has been mismanaged for a long time. We are all victims. And so we must work together to liberate this country. So we continue to receive the members from these parties. And as the chairman has rightly said, today we are privileged to receive some members who are joining us from other formations. Mr. Chifampa, please join us. We have Mr. Chifampa Siraji, who is joining us from the party. So you join a team of liberators. Mr. Chairman, there is a word that I saw you normally use these days on social media, that we at PFF are
Freedom fighters.
Please take it up.
Deputy Chairman, I take this opportunity to hand over this card, 5252, to Mr. Chifampa Siraje, Freedom Fighter. Mr. Chifampa has been in politics for some time, but of course, the Freedom Party offers an opportunity to you to serve and to express your intellectualism, zeal, and to fight for the freedom. The space is available, and I believe behind you there are very many people who would like to join the party and also participate in the electoral process and also in the fight against the dictatorship, in the true sense of fighting against the dictatorship. May you please greet the Uganda.
PFF oye! PFF oye! PFF oye! Chairman, the Deputy Chairman, the Chairman Electoral Commission, all the members present in your different capacities and dignitaries. Since I'm a newborn today, I may not be in position to address you through your designations. But allow me to say good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chifampa Siraje Nsambu, as I've been introduced here. Today, I'm a full member of the PFF. And I can prove to each one of you that my membership is confirmed and I'm a full member of this party. First of all, I would like to thank the entire family of the PFF for the warm welcome. I believe personally this is just coming home. Majority of the members that I'm seeing here, I'm not seeing them for the first time because I've been part of this struggle. I think I've worked with them. If you could vividly remember, in 2016, after the general elections, in which you said he's no longer a colonel, he's a general? General. Dr. Kizza Besigye was rigged and taken to Moronto, incarcerated to Moronto and other prisons around the country. We began the national prayers at Najana Nkombe, and I was the leader with Pastor Happy Ngabo at Najana Nkombe. I think I've worked with all the change-seeking forces in this country to see that we give Ugandans a better Uganda, we give them change. From 2016 up to now, I've never turned my back. And I promise, and I pledge that this same round, after joining a formidable party like the PFF, I'm just going to double my efforts in terms of fighting. Allow me pass a vote of thanks to some of a few individuals around. I would like to thank Haj Asman Semakula. That is the gentleman that is recruiting me into the PFF. Allow me to thank Mr. Kamia Diclark, my chairman, of the constituency. Thank you so much for everything. I would like to thank the entire leadership at Rubaga, our coming member of parliament for Kampala. Thank you so much. And everyone, and all the members that work tirelessly. Dear brothers and sisters, I want to inform you that you're going to see me on the front line, because that's where I've always been. I just got a new home, but my aspirations, my zeal for the struggle just remains the same, and I can promise that this is what I'm going to do day in, day out, until we liberate this country. I don't want to talk much, but I know most of you who know me, they know what I can do in terms of talking. But I thank you so much. You know, in a time of excitement, you even run short of words. So I will not talk much, but I'm very excited. I am very excited and happy to be here. I don't have so many special days in my life, but this is one of the special days in my life. Thank you so
We can give him a song. Oh hembo hembo hembe.
Oh hembo muliro kwake. Ashango muliro ni kwaka. Oh hembo hembo hembe. Oh hembo muliro kwake. Papa yaza kwija. Ashange ni buchaka.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Salih Farouk Jumba, who is joining us from the NRM.
Mr. Salih Farouk Jumba. His father is very well known to me. Honorable Sally Baker, who was member of Parliament of Rugazi Municipality. He has retired and he has given us a son. A very powerful son who was running errands with the father. And we believe he can be a formidable candidate. A formidable candidate for the mayor of that municipality. Jumba, you have got space and the fraternity in the Freedom Party. And it's a powerful institution, an institution of hope that is giving hope to the rest of Ugandans that we can have a Uganda that works for all of us. You are much welcome. Your number is 5238. And here you are as a freedom fighter. May you use some 2 minutes to greet the people.
Freedom for all.
All for freedom.
All for freedom.
Freedom for all.
Now, today is a very special day. Very, very special day. And I would like to thank everyone that is here and tell you that you're in the right place. This is the right place, and I can assure you that there are many people out there that are going to join us. I'm very happy to be here with you guys. And I want to ask you, everyone that is here, that please don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight.
Never surrender. We shall never surrender. Never surrender. Never surrender.
So, in this cause, we are doing the right thing. Please don't give up. I came here just to make sure that I joined today. So I'm not having a lot of I didn't write a speech for this. So with those few words, I would like to thank you for the warm welcome. And
Allow me to also continue to move around the country, opening up offices, but also holding our regional conventions organized by our governors. On the 19th, we shall be in Acholi, which is tomorrow. We shall be in Acholi, opening our office in Padel, but also in Kikumu. Then on the 20th, we shall be in Moroto and Kotido, doing the same in the Karamoja region. On the 22nd, we shall be in Ruchiga. We shall be in Kigezi region, which is in Ruchiga, for the office opening, but also a convention in Kabale on the same day, on the 22nd. Then on the 25th, we shall be in Renzori region, particularly in Kasese district, where we shall hold a convention. Then on the 26th, we shall be in Toro region, where we shall hold a convention in Fort Portal. Then on the 14th, on the 27th of August, we shall open an office in Luwero district, that is in Buganda region, but then proceed to also have a convention on the 28th of August for Buganda region, which shall be hosted in Mitiana district. On the 29th, we shall be in Bukedi region, which shall be in Busia district, where we shall hold a convention. Then on the 30th, we shall hold a convention for Busoga region, which shall be hosted in Iganga district. On the 31st, we shall be in Teso region, where we shall do an office opening in Kumi district, but then go ahead to also have the convention for Teso region, which shall be hosted in Soroti district. So, Mr. Chairman, these are the events. We shall also have other events, like a convention in Lango, which shall be taking place at the same time with the Ruchiga on the 22nd, while a team will be in Ruchiga. In Kigezi doing the Kigezi convention, there will be another team in Lango, particularly in Amolata district. We shall also do Sebei region on the 23rd of August in Buko. Then on the 24th, we shall be in Bugisu, particularly in Mbale district, where we shall have the convention as well. So that is what I wanted to inform the country, that at PFF we continue mobilizing the whole country. We are not seated. I have heard some people in the media recently saying that at PFF we are at cross purposes, but I want to assure the country that we are moving very steadily. We have a very able team at the helm of the PFF. We are steady, and we have very steady and capable hands, the likes that you see here, with your chairman of the Electoral Commission and the party chairman here present, the Honorable Dr. Mayiga Lulume. So we are making, and we are doing everything possible to ensure that we obtain, or we attain, the objectives for which we are in this course. And we will do so without any reservations. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Highlighted what they are failing to do. They are lazy. Somebody who is lazy has the capacity to do something, but he refuses to do it or fails to do it. So we are awakening them, and it is our right to awaken them, because they are sitting in those offices and being paid a salary by taxpayers' money. And we are here on behalf of taxpayers to wake up those who are sleeping on job. They ought to do this to ensure that what we pay them is worth it. And they should do it. They have the time to do what we want them to do. Because this is a constitutional mandate which they have. Why shouldn't they do their mandate? They should do it. And we are going to tell Ugandans to rise up. This is a wake-up call. And it's going to be a clarion call to every section of the communities in Uganda where we are going to visit. You have seen, you have heard the program that we have. These are part of our campaign issues, and we are going to raise them to the population. Nothing about us is going to proceed without our participation. And those who are supposed to do their work, they must do their work. And we shall mobilize to ensure that they do it.